Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're how many days in?
I don't know, but there's only 3 days?
Weekend.
Yeah.
Well, no, it goes into the 3 days for us, but it goes into the weekend closing ceremony on Sunday.
It has been quite the game so far. We want to know this morning, what to you has been the most surprising or shocking event so far that you've seen? So chime in, let us know what you think. I'm bringing you up to date on everything that happened. It was a shocking finish yesterday in the women's gymnastics floor and beam finals.
So from start to finish, this one really was full of surprises. So let's start with the beam. Gold medal favorite Simone Biles did not make the podium after a fall during her routine. Teammate Suni Lee had a similar mishap along with several other gymnasts. Then on floor, Biles capped her Paris Olympics with silver. After two powerful tumbling passes, she stepped out of bounds, which really cost her the gold.
Oh, so close.
But she's still the most decorated American Olympic gymnast of all time with 11 total Olympic medals. Biles' silver wasn't the only surprise on the floor final. Her teammate, Jordan Chiles, was the last gymnast to perform. She initially landed in 5th place, but then her coaches submitted an inquiry to the judges about the difficulty level of one of her leaps. Well, when they looked at it again and they approved it, the boost moved her into 3rd.
What?
It's her first individual medal ever in the Olympics. So
cool.
Congratulations to her.
You know what? They've done so well, both individually and overall, that the silver and bronze, I think, is perfectly fine. They
won gold overall,
I know.
And
I think
you get any medal, you're doing well.
It also allowed them, I feel like, to show gratitude and appreciation for Andrade of Brazil.
Yeah, that picture, I don't know if you've seen it online, but where they're both almost like bowing down to her. But what a great show of sportsmanship, women supporting women. I loved it.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was really neat. All right, now over to track and field, where a gold medal wasn't enough for Swedish pole vaulter Mondo Duplantis. He'd already secured gold in the pole vaulting final, but that wasn't enough. He then decided to go for the world record on top of that. On his 3rd and final attempt, he soared an incredible 20 feet into the air to beat his previous record by just centimeters.
Wow.
American Sam Kendricks took home silver, followed by Emmanuel Corrales from Greece for the bronze.
I watched that last. It was amazing. He's American. His mom is Swedish. He could have gone. He could either competed for the United States or Sweden. Amazing, but it's a long story that I can only mention, but the French pole vaulter could have gotten a medal, but he didn't.
Yes.
As much as I'm going to say.
Yes, I'm aware of what you're talking about. if you've been on social media, you're aware of what he's talking about.
Very embarrassing situation.
It was. Yeah. By the way, I heard that you could pick, in a situation like his, you can pick which country, but then you have to stick with that country for something like 4 years.
Oh, okay.
If you have some sort of dual citizenship.
Because there's a lot of athletes where they'll go, he's running for the University of Alabama, but he is competing for this country,
I think they just don't want you switching back and forth.
Like
you can't play for America one time.
Dual citizenship, you can do that.
So
you see that in basketball a lot. That all of a sudden it's like, I recognize that person from the WNBA, the NBA.
In the Olympics, we're seeing a lot of this, especially some of the French basketball players play NBA over here.
And as we come into the last few days of the Olympics, one of those controversial gold medals of the game so far, we talked about it briefly yesterday, was a big win for Team USA. Take a look.
The gold medalist in this year's 100-meter dash wasn't the runner whose feet crossed the line first. Let's connect the dots. Team USA's Noah Lyles won the 100-meter dash in 9.79 seconds. But the finish was so close that it took 3 judges, 3 high-speed cameras, and 30 seconds to award him the medal. This year, the Olympics unveiled a new high-speed camera to help decide those extremely close races. Each of the 3 cameras takes about 40,000 images per second, making absolutely sure Lyles won by 5/1000ths of a second. Some weren't sure Lyles had won, though, because his feet didn't cross the line first. But, as stated in the official rule book, a runner is deemed to have crossed the line when their torso breaks the plane and not their feet. And that is connecting the dots.
I think that was the most shocking thing to me, because I didn't realize that rule. I thought for sure if your foot
So I
that
thought
would be.
You would win, but it's this part.
That's why you often see them lean in.
Yeah.
It's not your head, it's your torso.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was one of them, but I guarantee as soon as that race was over, Google had a spike of rules of who wins.
Oh, I'm
100
sure.
meters.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing as well with Kim.
Sure.
Well, still a lot of action happening in Paris today.
Women's soccer just one match away from playing for a gold medal. They'll face Germany today at noon in the semifinal. U.S. men's basketball moves into the knockout portion of the tournament with a game against Brazil. That starts at 3:30 this afternoon. The women's 200-meter final starts minutes later at 3:40. And then at 4, the remaining U.S. women's beach volleyball team will fight to move on today in their match against Sweden.
And here's the latest medal count. As the U.S. goes for more gold today, we're still dominating overall medals with 79 podium finishes so far. China coming in number 2 with 53, and France rounding out the top 3 this morning.
Nice.
A reminder that while the Olympics will be on WCNC today, we've still got your news headlines covered. We're going to have a live stream at 10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. of your news headlines. Then join us. Ben and I will be back on air for a special Olympic Zone broadcast. That's at 7:30 tonight.
When is breakdancing? That's coming up
That's
sometime.
happening toward the end of the week.
Yeah, okay.
Thursday, maybe.
Joy Mott chiming in, Simone Biles falling, as well as the other people falling off the beam.
You know that there was a situation in the Olympics, in the competition, where there was a lot of noise in the background, and she was kind of blaming that situation. You know, you're up there competing, and all this shh, all
Well,
this, you know,
I noticed during
they call it shushing or something was going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I noticed during the all-around when they were competing, the commentators were saying how, because I think it was Jordan Chiles initially that fell off the beam during the all-around and getting up, and she said, "Oh goodness, I hope that this doesn't affect," because normally, for some reason, when a gymnast see one person
contagious,
it's contagious. She said you will see the next person get up there fall, the next, it's like affects
sneeze.
them all. Yeah.
Crazy.
But anyway.
The mind games that they have to
it's,
go through.
well, I mean, Simone Biles has been big on that, talking about how it's just as much mental as it is physical. John Kelly saying, Ben, it's been a great Olympics. It really has.
And Jason Michael, hi. So, hi, Jason. That was the comment.
Oh, yes, sorry.
All right, folks, let us know what you think. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of WCNC Charlotte To Go Olympics edition.
Yes.